I'm trying to collect every single PAL Sega Mega Drive game. And in this month's Collector's Edition, I've managed to finish a very unique sub-collection. My name's Mike, and this is the Retro Gamer Boy Show. Now, it's been a while since we had our last Collector's Edition, probably 4 or 5 months ago, and we usually have them every month. But my collecting has slowed right down, and mainly because of the amount of work I've got on at the moment. I've not managed to go to any of the retro gaming shows this year, which has been a massive disappointment for me. But I'm hoping that as we go into 2025, I can make some really big inroads into this huge Mega Drive collection. But for now, let's take a quick look at the games that I still have left to collect, and then we'll jump straight into the games and peripherals and extra pieces that I've picked up for the Sega Mega Drive. First up, we got True Lies. I was quite impressed with this game considering it's a film license. It's nothing special, but what it does well. Visuals are okay, but the levels are a little bit hard and sometimes a bit too long. Feels like sometimes I'm playing a level and it's taking me half an hour to get to the end. The Cursed Legacy. Oh my god, this game is amazing. I love this game. This, like I said in my preview video of it for the Kickstarter, is probably going to be my game of the year. There's a few more games coming out by the end of the year, so we'll have to see how those fare. But so good. And I'm a real completionist with this game, so I haven't finished it yet, but I am very close to the end and hopefully close to getting 100%. Now, this is the press copy, and it's mostly the same as the retail copy, but the Kickstarter's managed to add in a few more extra features into the game as well. So I'll be looking forward to completing it again, but as the proper retail version. Hurricane's been after it for a while, but couldn't find it at the price I wanted it at. This could be mistaken for a sports game, but it's not. It is a platformer. And I haven't had any time with this at all, so I don't know what it plays like at all. So hopefully after this show I'll get the chance to sit down with it and play a little bit more of Hurricanes. It's probably the cheapest game that I had left on the list to get. Everything from here on is going to be £100 plus. Pebble Beach Golf Links, really not worth what people are asking for it at the moment. Taken me a very long time to get it into the collection, and that's because people want stupid money for it. It's not rare at all, yet people are asking stupid money. I managed to get this for about 35 in the end, but people are asking up to £80 for this game, and it's just not worth it. It's not a rare game at all. Rocket Panda, this is the Kickstarter version. So I've already done a preview of this and shown you the unboxing for the Kickstarter, so you can go back and have a look at that if you want. This is my Kickstarter version of the game. It's a fun game. I realise it's not going to appeal to everyone, but it is a fun game. Level structure's really nice in it. Visuals really suit the game. And I really like the collector's edition that you've got here with the Kickstarter version of the game. So not for everyone, but if you want a little bit of fun, and perhaps there's a younger gaming audience in your house, then worth adding to the collection. APT Tour, another game I wasn't too fussed about getting, but has been a little bit hard to get hold of. Spent the last year trying to find a copy of this at a decent price as well. Again, I'm not paying hundreds for this. I think I got this for 35. And just after I bought it, about 10 copies, complete in box, appeared up on eBay. So a year trying to find a decent copy for a decent price, and then they all come at once. 𝗵𝗺𝗶𝗴, very, very close to finishing the full PAL Mega Drive cardboard box collection. Very, very close to getting the full PAL cardboard box collection. Pretty much most of them came from Accolade. This was released in Australia, so this never got a European release in a cardboard box, but it did come out in Australia in a cardboard box. I think there's 𝗵𝗺𝗴 just left to get, and then that will be all the PAL cardboard box games. There is one more Accolade cardboard box game, but it never came out here in the UK. I might just pick it up so I've got the full collection, but here we go again, everything in there. We've got the manual, we've got the cards, we've got the postcards and the game as well. So again, great to get these cardboard games in this kind of condition. All the way from Australia, 𝗵𝗺𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃. 𝗵𝗺𝗃𝗃𝗃, another game that I've held off from getting just because it's been priced way too high. Ended up, I think, getting this again for 30, but I had to get it from Australia. So then I had to pay the postage, which I think took it up to 50. Annoyingly, it's a version 2. I had no idea version 2 even existed, and it's printed on the label. It's not even that it's a sticker version 2, it's printed on the label. So now I'm gonna have to buy the version 1 cartridge as well, aren't I? I'm gonna have to do it, so I've got that variant. Dune is finally in the collection. Dune. I've been wanting Dune since it came out back in the 90s. I couldn't afford it as a kid, and it didn't appear in any of the shops that I had around where I lived. And of course, we didn't have things like eBay back then. So happy to finally add this into the collection. I haven't had time to play it yet, but I am very, very much looking forward to playing the Mega-CD version of Dune. Slightly off of games, we got the collector's coins. I'm picking these up as well. You can get these from the Sega store. Since we last saw this, I think I've added Jet Set Radio, which is probably my favorite coin. The Eggman Robotnik's Corp. That one looks absolutely amazing. I really like the Be My Player 2 as well. 𝗵𝗺𝗃 Rocket, I think, is new as well. And so all we got left is Space Channel 5 and Sonic Runners. So November's one, I think, is Space Channel 5, and then December's coin is Sonic Running. So just a nice little coin collection there that I pick up from the Sega store. These are Panini cards that came out in the 90s for the Sega Mega Drive. I finally have the full collection of Panini cards. These are the final cards that I needed to pick up for my collection. Now these won't go into some ring binder, never to be looked at again. They go inside the game boxes that I've got. And of course, when I go and play the game, then the cards there as well to look at. So I always get an opportunity to check out the cards when I play the games again. But yeah, really cool to have this little kind of quirky sub collection of the Mega Drive collection complete. Complete in box Mega-Fire controller. This is Sega's official auto fire controller. It's got all the wrapping on it. Really nice condition controller. I don't think this has been played with at all. I think it's a new old stock, because the plastic metal ribbon tie here. Looks like it's never been undone. So I think this is new old stock. But there we go, another official controller, boxed and in the collection. I now nearly have the complete in-box 𝗴𝗺𝗃𝗃 Mega Stick controller. So obviously I have this in the collection, but it was always unboxed. I think it was my original one that I've got. Now I have a boxed version of it. And this was an officially licensed peripheral from 𝗴𝗺𝗃𝗃. I don't have the original bag in it, but I do have the instruction manual, which is really hard to get hold of. So we've got the instruction manual, we've got another stick, so I've got two of these now. I just need to find the original bag that came with it as well, and then that will be complete in box. 20 odd years I've been waiting to get this. I finally got it for a decent price, £50 I played. That's the same price as it was when it originally came out. I've restored it and of course built the replica packaging that it came with originally. So of course, if you want a deeper dive of how I put this whole thing together, you can check out the video I put out last week. But let's just take this apart. Looks so cool, so cool. And if we turn it around and open it up as well, really happy with the restoration job. Of course, it just needed really a bit of a clean. And then I actually used the same sort of thing as shoe polish to go over it, so it's like a semi-permanent cover, right? It's not like spray painting and ruining it. It's a semi-permanent rejuvenation of the black. And then inside, obviously, we've got space to put on the Master System converter, or the power converter, the Mega Drive one. I think Mega Drive 2, I did try out. I thought these holes originally fit the Mega Drive 2, but they don't. I'm sure they must fit something. Maybe it's like the Mega-CD, I don't know. I need to double check that. But yeah, Mega Drive 1 fits in there. 2 controllers, 6 games, power pack. There isn't a dedicated space for the RF switch or your SCART cables, but they just pack in nicely over there. And again, like I said in the video, there's a little dot down here that you have to drill out if you're in the UK and you want your power adapter to fit neatly in there. Otherwise, you can just fit it in that same space, but on its side, so the 3 prongs sit out. But yeah, very cool. So happy to have this in the collection, and doing all the research to find out, you know, that this wasn't a rental case and where exactly it came from was really, really cool. I'm so glad that I've managed to complete that Panini collection. They look so cool inside the boxes of the games. And picking up the Sega System carry case is awesome. I've been after one of those for nearly 20 years. And to finally have one in the collection is brilliant. And to get it at a decent price. I paid $50, the original price it came out for, and not the $200 that people have been asking for it. Games-wise, 𝗏𝗃 Legacy is definitely the standout game for me so far, and on course for being my game of the year. I'm nearly finished with collecting all the sports titles, just a few more to add to the collection, and then there'll be variants undoubtedly that I'll get later on down the line. But we're honing in on that full collection. 37 titles left to get. And of course, there's a ton of variants out there, peripherals and extras that I want to add to the collection. That's all we've got for this week's show. I'll catch you on the next one.